Hi, Rod from Fleet News Group. Today I have here with me the Polestar 2, but not just any Polestar 2. This is the dual motor long range. It's the top of the line with all the bells and whistles, so let's give it a spin. Well, there's no mistaking the design lineage of the Polestar 2. You can see the essences of Volvo's past in the Volvo sedan range here in this car. And it's not unattractive at all. I quite like it. It looks a very nice vehicle. This particular car is the dual motor long range. It has the performance pack, the plus pack and the pilot pack as part of it. And you can tell straight away just by looking. The performance pack, it has the gold brake calipers with the big 20-inch wheels. Gold valve caps. It's also got the big panoramic glass sunroof to let the sunshine in there. It's very nice, but it's just an attractive looking car. Looks a bit different, looks muscular, futuristic, ticks the boxes. Well, let's have a look under the hood. They're back. Love those gas struts. What's under the hood? Well, there's no engine. Being the dual motor and electric, they're down below. Under the hood is a 50-litre frunk, nice and carpeted, and it also has the Polestar repair kit because there's no spare tyre. Nice little glue gum kit. And a warning triangle, how nice. The motors combined 300 kilowatts of power, 660 newton meters of torque for absolutely scintillating performance. 0 to 100 time Polestar lists at 4.7 seconds. And that's not slow in anyone's language. You put your foot down, this thing gets up and parties big time. Very nice to drive. Well, here I am sitting in the driver's seat of the Polestar 2. The instrument cluster, the large infotainment screen, 11.2 inches. It's in portrait style, of course. Very nice environment in here. Got my phone up there and it's plugged in, obviously, so Apple CarPlay is running. Plugs in via a USB-C port. Bit of an odd angle for it to stick up at and at here, but it is only wired Apple CarPlay. So had to get the USB, and it jiggers around, and you can see I've just lost the signal again, and it'll probably want to, no, it has connected, amazing. A lot of the times when I've been driving, it wants to wobble loose and then you lose the connection. But this car is very different. There's no start button anywhere. You just basically get in with the key in the pocket, put her in gear, and we change over there. You can see it's gone to drive. Yep, it's gone into drive mode there, and basically lift your foot off the brake and away you go. When it's time to hop out and stop, you just bring the car to a stand, push the P for park button, the electric park brake activates, the car locks, and you just get out, lock the door and walk away. Simple as that. Very different. Takes a bit of getting used to, but once you're used to it, super easy. So it's sitting here in a heated seat. Both front seats and both rear seats are heated. Got a heated steering wheel going as well, and you change all those functions obviously in the car menu. Change it over there, and just the different things there. Charge modes, 80% charge there. Drive modes, I can put into a sport mode. I can firm up the steering wheel feel. Got the one pedal drive options down there, and I can turn the creep function on and off. Let's put that standard there. We go in here to the assist, driver support, lane keeping, road sign information, driver alert, all those warnings are there, and you can roll it up and down the screen a bit there. Some more options, exterior lights, the locking, the status of the car, it's all listed in there. No warnings, all is good. That's comforting to know. Yeah, no warnings, all is good. Or we can go and select the other parts of the menu, like going back into Apple CarPlay. Very nice. Leathery type seat. It's not actually leather, it's a different type of feel here, but it's very nice. And of course, this being the top of the line with all the options, the performance pack, we've got the gold seat belts. So, very nice indeed. Looks quite good. Up above here, we've obviously got the big sunroof. And that there. And in the back, nice bit of room there as well. Let's see the fold down armrest. Very nice. Polestar. All the steering wheel functions and that there too. But what about the coffee cup test? Well, here it is. One big coffee cup, one cup holder. That's great for me, the driver. But what about our passenger there? If there was one. Well, it's actually hiding. You lift up the console lid, fold it out of the way, and there's another one. And it actually seems to fit better in that one than it does in this one. It wobbles around a bit too much there. But it sits all right in there. You can actually take that out altogether if you wanted to use it as a console storage box. But yes, all very nice here inside the Polestar 2. The rear seat of the Polestar 2. That's not too bad. It's a little bit firm in the seat cushions, and I'm sitting a bit upright, but I've got some headroom here, some good knee room, toe room, leg room. Yeah, pretty comfortable. Some air vents down here. There's some controls here for the rear seat heaters for the outboard seats on either side. USB-C ports. Good old coat hooks, grab handles, push button light. Yeah, it's not too bad at all. Well, let's have a look in the back of the Polestar 2. Power tailgate, of course. You expect that in a $100,000 car. But having a look in the back here, 440 litres of space, including a nice little hidey hole under here, which has the charge cable. Kind of comes in handy when you want to power it up. Having a look, you've got the usual things for little tie down points. Little netting things are in there as well. In the back, it's very easy to get the seats to go down for even more space in case you've been to Bunnings or the like. And that's as hard as it gets to get those seats down. But believe it or not, this car actually has another little feature, and it's hidden. It's got the tow pack on it. So where's the bloody tow ball? Like you, I always manage to walk into mine, putting stuff in and out, but it's quite handy here. There's a little button just in here, and it drops down. Now you've got a tow ball, all set to go. let's talk about charging with the Polestar 2. As you can see here, I've got it plugged into the wall socket. It's charging away at the moment. The charger has this rather bright little light there that flashes away, which makes it very visible at night. Good to find it, I suppose. Plugs in on the other side here, of course. It's charging away there, as we can see. But how long does it take to charge up? Well, if you're lucky enough to find a DC supercharger, which will take it up to about 80% charge, then it can take as little as about 35 minutes. On 240 volt, it takes a bit longer. So we're looking here at the moment. And it says at 2 minutes past 7 this evening, it's now about 2:30, it'll take it up from 79% to 100%. This tells me my range and everything that's there currently. And bizarrely, it's actually charging at 8 kilometers per hour. I think they mean 8 kilowatts per hour, but that's just what it is. Let's come back at 7 o'clock and see how it's going. Well, it's just been going on now for about 4.5 hours charging. It's just around 7 PM. Oh, looky here. It's now saying 9 PM for 100% charge. This is what I found consistently with this car. The timings are way out and it's now charging at 9 kilometers per hour. It is up to 90%, but it's now saying the new time. Here it is, 9 PM now. Let's come back and check it then. Well, it's now just before 9 PM. It's now out to 10:30 PM, so it's predicting 8 hours to recharge the car. We're up to 94% now. But you'll note there, it's down to an absolute crawl in how much it's charging. So we're probably going to be lucky to see it charged by morning. Well, it's now 10:40 PM and it's still not there. It's been going for 8 hours and 10 minutes to put the last 29% of the battery capacity into it. The range is up to 400. Which is the maximum I've seen on this car, but it says it's only 98% charged. It's now predicting 100% charge at 11:15, 11:16, and the rate is still going at 0 kilometers per hour. It's interesting to note that Polestar doesn't actually offer a home charging option for this vehicle. No battery pack or charger facilities are available for sale, like other manufacturers do, but yeah, so the good old 240 is just chugging away, and I'm sure by morning it'll be charged. Well, here it is a bit after 7 AM the next morning. Been plugged in since 2:30 yesterday afternoon, and sometime during the night it has made it to 100% charge. 400 k's range. We're good to go. Well, what's it like to drive the Polestar 2? It's very nice. It's very well appointed inside. Lovely big thick steering wheel. It's heated here at the moment. As you can tell, it's a bit of a cooler day today. Heated seats all round. It's got digital instrumentation there, the absolutely ginormous 11.2 inch touchscreen for the infotainment there. Just, it's a very nice environment. Big panoramic sunroof, which on hot days I'd really wonder about that because there is no blind. It is a $220 option, but even so, without it, I think you might be struggling on the hotter days. the driving dynamics of the car are superb. It very responsive. It handled like it's on rails, to be honest. It just tip it in any corner, it hangs on quite well. It's got the adjustable suspension, of course. It helps in no small measure. But the addictive part, and a bit of traffic in that here, so I can't really show you at the moment, but with 660 Newton meters on tap, this thing absolutely hammers. And put your foot down, not a sound, mushka, you're just gone. No worries about making a gap in the traffic in this car. It just absolutely hammers. But when you have too much fun, of course, it actually takes the power out. And as we've seen already in the video, charging takes a bit of a fair amount of time. On a supercharger, up to 80%, they say it's around 35 minutes. I haven't had a chance to test that this week, but just using the good old 240 volt home outlet, you're looking at 12 hours plus just to do 30% charge from 70 back up to 100. And it doesn't like to be honest with you, this car. You think, oh yes, it promises me a certain time it's going to be charged by. You come back, nah, it's like the airlines, it's been rescheduled to finish charging at this time now, which is an extra 2 hours later or something. So just have to have a good laugh along with that as well. Like all electric cars, if you're going to do long distance trips, this car will be very nice and comfortable to do it in, but you've got to plan it and plan it really well. Polestar reckons this car has a range of 487 k's. The highest I've seen is 400, and that's after it's been fully charged at 100%. That may be well based on the driving dynamics of urban use, but I don't find electric cars generally save power when you're driving faster at highway speeds like an internal combustion engine does. It becomes more efficient when you're travelling at highway speeds, whereas the electric cars, they're moving, they use the power, that's it. But to run around, it's not a bad car. It's a lot of money for this car. It's over $100,000 drive away, because this is the top of the line long range battery dual motor version with performance pack, pilot light pack, plus pack, all of that included, along with the gold sash seat belts. Mr. Beauty Queen here, not, but some people might like it. Not to my personal taste, that, but the gold brake calipers don't upset me, or the gold valve caps, but yeah, no, that's not me. But others may really like it, and I'm sure they will. Overall, for a novated lease proposition, if you're looking for an electric car, if you're looking for something that's a different badge, this may well be what you're after. And why not? Compared to some of its competitors, I'll reserve judgment on that at this stage, but thinking about the car, how it drives, how it performs, could you live with it every day? Yes, you can. I think it's not a bad vehicle. And if you're looking for a badge car, like BMW and Mercedes, this is probably not going to actually satisfy you. It's a bit cheaper than them, but there's other options that are cheaper than this as well. So, it's a nice car. Don't mind it. What's the stereo like? Let's have a quick listen. Lovely bass, very clear. Sorry, turn it down so you can hear me. Very clear. Quality sound system. When you turn it up, there's no distortion. It's clear. Tick the box for that one in this car. We've got a little bit more space around us now. What's it like when you put your foot down? Holy dooly, does it go. It just plants and takes off. It is very much fun doing that. Have to be very careful when driving a car like this. As I've found with most electric cars I've driven, it makes no sound, it makes no noise, there's no sensation of how fast you're going apart from the physical brute force of the car accelerating, but as you're cruising along at speed, it's quite deceptive, and you can easily be cruising above the speed limit and not know it. So yes, you don't need any love letters from the constabulary, that's for sure, but Keep an eye on that speedo there, because it's really easy to set the cruise control in this car too. It's just basically you turn around and just push one button and it's set. I like that. That's really good. That's a good feature of this car. There's one button, then you use the plus or the minus to increase or decrease the speed as you see fit, but just push the cruise button in the middle and it's set and you're going. No having to turn it on and adjust it, then set it, and you just push the button and makes it easy. Easy is good. Well, let's talk about warranty. Polestar gives you a 5-year, 100,000 kilometre warranty on this vehicle. The battery warranty is 8 years or 160,000 kilometres, and the service intervals for the vehicle are set at 30,000 kilometres. Included in the purchase price is 5 years of free roadside assistance, plus the servicing costs included totally for up to 5 years and or 100,000 kilometres, whichever occurs first. Helps in no small way in the cost of ownership. Well, let's talk about pricing. The entry-level model, the single motor, standard range Polestar 2. 63,900 plus on-road costs. But this Polestar 2, as you see here, is far more expensive. This is the long-range dual-motor Polestar 2, and it has the performance pack, the plus pack, and the pilot light pack on it as well. It has forged 20-inch alloy wheels, the Swedish gold brake calipers, all the bells and whistles on this car, meaning the ticket price for this car is a bit over $92,000 plus on-road costs, which means by the time you look to the drive-away price, you're north of 100k. It's a very nice car, but when you compare it to some of its competitors like the Kia EV6 all-wheel drive or the Tesla Model 3 high performance, you really start to look at where you're getting your bang for your buck. Nice looking car, all the bells and whistles, great performance, just something to think about. Well, I've really enjoyed my time driving the Polestar 2 long-range dual motor. It's a great car, kind of car you could live with every day. It just does everything, ticks all the boxes. Fantastic performance, it's comfortable, it's got all the bells and whistles you could want in it. It's the first time I've seen the fold-away tow bar. That's pretty different, but it is a great car to drive. And if you're looking for an electric vehicle, this could be well worth your consideration for your next novated lease. It's not the cheapest EV by any means, but there's a lot of performance in this car and a lot of practicality as well. And that's something to consider. Before I go, I'll just remind you, if you like this video, please hit that like button below and hit the subscribe button as well as the notifications bell. That way you can be kept up to date with all the latest happenings here at Fleet News Group. I'm Rod from Fleet News Group. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.